a service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC Worldwide and Jib Jab greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. You'll find your AccuWeather forecast right up on the top of your CNC local news page. Eastman Kodak is back in the news Tuesday. The company confirmed Tuesday morning it has secured a new financing deal Kodak believes will help it pull out of bankruptcy. It's anchored by an agreement to sell the library of digital imaging patents for $525 million. Kodak announced in a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission early Tuesday morning that it's entered into a commitment letter with 4 of its lenders for $793 million in new financing. The lenders are Centerbridge Partners LP, GSO Capital Partners LP, UBS, and JP Morgan Chase. Word of the agreement began to leak out Monday, just as a group of Kodak creditors accused the company of squandering the past 10 months instead of moving forward with its reorganization plans. In its filings with the SEC, Kodak said these agreements were reached last month and will be critical to bringing the company out of bankruptcy in the first half of 2013. CEO Antonio Perez said in a statement that this establishes a clear path for Kodak's emergence as a stronger and more focused company while still letting Kodak do business for the time being. The deal has to be approved by the U.S. District Bankruptcy Court in Manhattan. A hearing will be scheduled, and that will probably be sometime in December. The deal includes $476 million in new loans and refinancing of earlier debt. Kodak, in return, has to sell its 1,100 digital imaging patents for at least $500 million, restructure its pension obligations for retirees in the United Kingdom, demonstrate progress in selling off its non-key businesses, and it has to deliver on a reorganization plan by September of 2013. Kodak originally hoped to make over $1 billion from the sale of its patent library, but the bids at an attempted auction that's been open since August have been coming in far lower than that. A report filed with the SEC says as of mid-October, Kodak was working to finalize sale of the patents for $525 million in cash. All of that would be used to pay back what's called the DIP, the Debtor in Possession, DIP, loan. That's the money that's kept Kodak operating this year while it tries to sort out its problems. Kodak says if signed, that patent sale deal will close this year. And more on Kodak. As we mentioned in that last story, Kodak's second lien creditors have filed an objection with the U.S. District Bankruptcy Court in New York City. They're arguing Kodak should not get any more time to put its reorganization plan together. The second lien holders are those people owed money by Kodak, but who are second in line to be paid once the higher priority creditors get whatever they're going to recover from Kodak's Chapter 11 bankruptcy process. In papers filed Monday, they say they don't believe that Kodak's CEO Antonio Perez and his top management team are able to lead the company out of bankruptcy. A Kodak spokesman said the objection was expected and the company is confident it won't affect the timeline for Kodak's emergence from bankruptcy. Kodak is asking the court to extend the exclusive period during which only Kodak management can file the reorganization plan. They want that extended to the end of February. The second-tier creditors argued in court documents Monday that Kodak doesn't deserve that extension. First, because they believe it hasn't made substantial progress since January on getting its plan together, and second, because the company is losing money fast on its continued operations. To quote from the motion, the debtors continue to suffer operating losses and burn cash at an astounding rate. The filing says Kodak's average net loss has been approximately $107 million a month, and its cash on hand has dropped by $50 million a month. The creditors want to file their own reorganization plan, one more favorable to their being paid back what they're owed. The second lien creditors go on to say Kodak's current management has failed to take action to prevent the losses, significantly reducing the amount potential creditors may get back and jeopardizing Kodak's ability to reorganize. They say they went along with Kodak's Chapter 11 plans based on the assurance that the sale of Kodak's digital imaging patents would generate cash to reorganize the company, but they now think that's not likely. And finally, the creditors say they have, and this is a quote, lost all faith in the ability of the debtors' current leadership to lead the debtors' restructuring efforts, or in fact, to lead the debtors at all. And on the west side of Monroe County, people in the town of Clarkson have been wondering what's going on with the flag at the U.S. Post Office. Somebody has been turning it upside down. That's the international symbol for distress. It's been that way several times since Election Day, and passersby reported the flag was upside down again Monday on the Veterans Day holiday. The flag is lit. It flies 24 hours a day near the corner of Lake Road and Route 104. It's not taken down at night, so this was not a mistake by the post office staff. Channel 10 says one of its crews was at the post office Monday when a friend of the postmaster came to put the flag back to rights. He said he believes kids have been flipping it at night. In some other parts of the country, there have been reports of similar incidents since Election Day, possibly some form of protest. To the left of this player window are links to these and other stories. At the bottom of the page in that gray bar, links for you to use. You can use them to post us news items, things you want checked out, and community information. We are a community news resource, so send us your birth announcements, wedding announcements, business openings. We want to see all that sort of thing because if it's news to you, it is definitely news to us. So next news is as it happens, and updates are when necessary, and you can help us be the judge of that. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.